Have you ever wondered what your private investigator contract should have in it? If you said yes, then this video is for you. Welcome to the PI Guide, tips, tricks, and advice for professional private investigators just like you. My name is John Morris. I am a licensed professional private investigator in Colorado. Now, some of the most important questions that I get from other private investigators revolve around contracts. What should I have in my contract? How long should my contract be? Do I need a contract? Should I have multiple contracts? And the list goes on and on. Well, folks, I will address some of those questions in this video for you in just a second. As many of you know, I have a 3-book series entitled How to Be a Private Investigator. This book series includes business basics for private investigators, marketing basics for private investigators, and sales basics for private investigators. I created this series for the new private investigator and can be read one book at a time or just the ones that you need. If you already have your business set up and you are operating, you may just want to jump in with marketing and sales books. Or if you have a good marketing plan already and you just need help closing sales, then the book for sales may be the best one for you. I tried to make it so these books complemented each other, but were not necessary to be read in any particular order. Now, as many of you also know, I have been working on a new book titled Contracts for Private Investigators. I am very pleased to announce that this book is out and it is available for you to purchase now. And I will leave a link down below for this and the other books for your review after this video. The Contracts for Private Investigator book is designed in a way that will walk you through the steps of writing your very own contract. I took my original contract that I used way back in 2008 and I'm making it available to you to use today. This step-by-step guide will walk you through each part of the contract, explain why it is there and what it means and what it does for you and your client. Now let's jump in and go over the top things that your private investigator contract needs to include. The very first thing is a header, which would include your business name, your address, your phone, your email, and other contact information. This is fairly self-explanatory. Your contract should also have a contact section, which has the client's information, such as name, address, phone, and email as well. The contact information for whomever in your company is the primary contact. This again is fairly simple and is a reference point for all parties involved. Next in your contract would be the services to be provided area, which will provide a description of what work will be provided by you for your client. This needs to be somewhat detailed, but not too detailed, as well, not too vague in nature. Your contract also needs to have a section that discusses the retainer the client must pay, how much, how it should be paid, and what it covers. On the same note, you also need to have a section that will explain the fees charged, such as hourly fees, mileage, and other expenses that you might incur during the investigation. A cancellation and termination clause is also necessary for a good contract. It needs to be spelled out how the contract can be canceled, time frames involved, and any penalties of cancellation. This is huge so your client understands your policies regarding cancellations. Then you also need a credit card authorization part to ensure that the client has given you permission to charge their credit card. Obviously, they probably did that online when you sent them an invoice or in person when they signed for it, but the clause adds additional protection. This clause should also have a no chargeback clause stating that the client will not do chargebacks in the event of buyer's remorse. Now, all of my contracts also have a non-interference clause that basically says if the client interferes with the investigation, the case is over. This is huge for many types of investigations like surveillance. Nothing is worse than having your client driving past you while you're out on surveillance to see what is going on. An accuracy of information disclaimer is also needed to protect you should any of the information that you provide from databases and other research turn out to be not accurate. While we are discussing disclaimers, you also want a no guarantees or warranties disclaimer in there. Remember, we are private investigators. We are finders of the fact. We cannot guarantee the results of our investigation will be favorable to our client. Some other very important things that my contracts include are a no restraining order clause, a refund clause, legal proceedings clause, and a signature line for the client and myself to sign. As you can see, having the correct contract in place for your and your client's protection is necessary in this business. I hope this helps a lot in explaining what a contract needs. As I stated before, I will have a link down below where you can purchase my new book, contracts for private investigators. For the remainder of this month, I'm going to have an introductory pricing available to you, my viewers, through the link below. This introductory price is over 50% off the regular price. I wanted to extend this additional savings onto you now through this early bird deal. Hey, thanks for your support, folks. And remember, stay safe out there.